You are told coming into high school that high school can be the time of your life. Which, yes, it can be if you make it. High school is totally what you make it. Depending if you play sports, depending if you are very social, you volunteer in a lot of school activities. High school can be peak life, your peak happiness, only if you make it. But the one thing that they don't tell you is life outside of high school. My senior year of high school, that was probably the biggest question that I had. How would life be outside of high school? So to all the 2026 and 2027 graduates, even if you're a freshman in high school, listen up. First things first though, I want to give a quick backstory on my senior year and my transition from high school to adult life. My plan once I graduated was to go and pursue a welding career. I personally didn't want to do that, but that is something that I could see myself doing. So I was like, fuck it, let me just go do it and see how it is. But on the other hand, my passion was through content creation and building a personal brand through social media. That's what I really wanted to do. But I knew that my mom would not let me do that till this one day. My friend, he came to my house because he needed something and he recommended me taking a gap year. My first reaction was like, the fuck, like, yo, bro, like, gap year, like, dog, like, my mom would never, like, approve of that, you know? Like, she already doesn't like the content that I post. Why would she give me a whole year to focus on content and, you know, not pursue a actual, like, job? And I told him that I would think about it and, you know, one day come back to it. As the weeks went by, I kept on thinking about that. Taking a gap year was on the front of my mind every day as college started to come closer and closer. Because I thought to myself, I'm 18, I'm young, and taking one year to focus on me, focus on the business, focus on a actual passion every single day. What do I lose? College, school is not going nowhere, bro. These schools, these colleges are not going nowhere. They are staying exactly where they are. What do I actually lose? The only thing that I lose if I don't actually fully commit my time, my every day to building up my personal brand is time. I realized time is not on nobody's side. Time is not on my side. Time is going by fast. We are 13 days in September. Time is not on nobody's side here, y'all. So fuck it. But I'm gonna just do it. Then bam. First day of college, I went to school. The first 30 minutes I wanted to leave because they were talking about final exams and midterms and all that college term and all that college BS that y'all know about. And I was like, bro, there's no way I could do this. I'm gonna spend 9 hours at my day at this school and then spend hours at home doing homework and then have a couple of hours to focus on my business. Like, no. I can't do this. My first day, I dropped out. I told my advisor, I'm dropping out. Since that day, I've been, you know, focusing on this. And the point that I'm trying to make is that life takes us so many directions. And I'm seeing that with people that I graduated with. You know, most people that were in my class, they just went to college. They just went to university or they went to a community college, right? Simple as that. I don't know. I really don't care. I don't tap in with niggas, but no more. But I feel like it's kind of crazy because of how just fast it goes, you know? You go from seeing people every single day, 4 years straight, to having those same people all around the country. It's just like, damn, like that, like having that realization just hit me so hard to a point to where I was like, man, like it's really time to lock in with this shit, bro. Summer of 2025 comes. The summer back to high school is known to be, I guess, the best summer that you ever had. It's kind of, you know, the last summer that you kind of get to be a kid if you don't go to college. And it's kind of the first taste of freedom. You know, most people that I went to school with, they spent their summer, you know, having fun, partying, you know, spending time with friends and family, going on vacations, you know, just really living their best life, I guess. But my summer was the opposite. I used this summer to change. We wanted to really be a better person and not, be like an actual nicer guy and be this XYZ, but to be a smarter person, to be more wiser, learn about the world a little bit, actually, lock in with the career that I want to actually pursue, read books, learn more, right? Learn how to speak, learn how to invest, learn how to be an adult and learn the world. This summer was truly a gift and a curse because I learned a lot. I changed a lot in great ways that I will always be grateful, but I hurt a lot. I was lonely as shit. I stopped talking to 99% of people that I went to school with and stopped seeing people. My life was kind of on like a, wake up, go to work, wake up, gym, work, come home, business, sleep, for like a month straight. Lost confidence in myself and talking to women because I cut my hair and stuff, and now I'm just growing back out. But I think that after this summer, I will never really truly get to have a summer vacation ever again because now it's just work and business. There's no time for, having fun with the boys or, going out and, grabbing a beer or, Saturday, Sunday partying, like there's no more time for that. It's everyday work. One curse that I do want to talk about, which is kind of the point of this video, is the lonely aspect. I went days, sometimes weeks, without speaking to a single soul, except my family, of course. The friends that I've had in high school, were they actually my friends or like what happened? It came to me that the people that I was cool in high school with, they were my friends. The value in, friendships now with those high school friends have been lost. Most high school friendships don't last because of this one concept, proximity. When you're in school, college, you're in a building, you're in a proximity with hundreds, thousands of people. You're gonna end up wanting to talk to people. You're gonna end up wanting to meet people. Like, it just happens, you may not plan on it, but you're gonna meet people. Like you're kind of sometimes forced to meet people. College, you have roommates. College, you have, classes. Like, you're gonna meet people because of the proximity of being so close. You'll probably make them your friends. Maybe there's people that you meet that you synchronize with, that have the same hobbies as you, think the same as you. You and them, y'all are the same. But after y'all leave the proximity, after the value of the friendship is gone, after you and that person don't need each other no more in your lives, everything falls apart. We all go through this every single school year. We meet someone new during the school year. We, call them friend. So we like, y'all are buddies. But as soon as summer break comes, y'all don't talk at all. Soon as school comes back, y'all go back to being buddy. That is not a friendship. That is damn near a proximity chat. When I realized that, I, kind of stopped feeling lonely and really started to change my perspective. They were my friends, but now I don't bring value in their life, and now they don't bring value in my life. So we have no logical reason or no psychological reason to be friends. And if we do talk, it's just to, check up and see how each other is doing, which is like a kind gesture, but at the same time, people have their own shit going on. So it's kind of like, it's better off to just leave them alone completely. When I started to kind of change my perspective on my solitude and the isolation I was feeling, I seen this as a way to chase my dreams and goals on cocaine. I have nobody, which means no distractions, no possible, outside noise, nobody to kind of take me off track. All my focus and time can go to this. I feel like a lot of people that go through that cycle really don't think about that you are blessed with that isolation. When you are around friends all day, every single day, you are most likely not as focused as you should be. You are most likely a degenerate. That's what happens. But when you're alone, you just aren't being as influenced as you would be when you were with your friends. And here we are, September 13th. Loneliness isn't just high school graduates or with young adults. This is a Generation Z pandemic. This article that I'm about to show you guys came out in July of 2025. It has claimed that Gen Z is the loneliest generation that there has ever been. Most of us are more tuned in and more, self-centered than social, right? We are more of introverts than extroverts. Gen Z, we rule the world. We rule, we control, we are the ones that consume the most of the internet. And social media, their goal was to create the ability for people to connect with people all over the world. But people are still feeling lonely, have used social media just to entertain themselves more than the actual purpose. Tell me, when is the last time you actually met someone new off the internet? Met someone from a different state or met someone from a different country? You don't even know. Most of y'all probably have never done that, because the only thing that you use social media for is just be entertained and keep up with the news, Shade Room, T-App, or whatever the hell that y'all use to, keep up with the media. We don't even use it for the purpose that it was made. After high school and these past 3 months, the one thing that I've learned, and I want you to really take this into a big consideration, is live life for you. I really want y'all to remember that you can pass away tomorrow. You can literally drop tomorrow. And all this time you spend waiting to start your passion and your career, going to college, not because you want to go, but to make your parents happy and proud of you. Spend years of your life grinding, sleepless nights, hours on top of hours of studying just to receive a piece of paper. Just know that you could pass away tomorrow, and none of that shit matter no more. The one thing I don't wish on my own enemy is someone being 24, 25, 26, pushing 30, and waking up and realizing that they have wasted the past 20 to 30 years of their life. They wake up and they ask themselves that question at that old age. I don't wish on my own enemy. Truly don't. Dying with regret, that shit gonna hurt. Dying knowing that you did not have the balls to do what you want to do in this life is probably worse than death. Way worse. Dying knowing that you spent your whole life chasing validation from your peers and your family members. If you don't have the courage to start, this is your sign. This is your light. Choose you. Live for internal approval. My name is Next Big CEO. Y'all call me CEO. Thank y'all also so much for your time. CEO Squad.
What?
Peace.
I was there, bro, had to get on my dick. What? These niggas had in my comments, I told that boy, get on my dick. Okay. I'm shooting up to the stars, I'm smoking this shit out the zip.